Hi guys, welcome back to Divine Feminine Tarot. Thank you for all your love and support, your subscribes, your likes, your comments, your feedback, and your reviews. It means so much to me, and it really does help out my platforms immensely. So thank you guys. Thank you so much, Soul Tribe. So I'm feeling something in the energy. It's hard to explain. It feels like somebody is on the brink of some sort of major breakthrough. So I want to take a look at the chakra deck here and see what that energy is about, because, you know, Spirit does nudge me sometimes to put out a reading. And I guess, you know, that's what I'm feeling. There's definitely a very like holy, angelic, on the brink of a breakthrough type of feeling that I'm feeling here for somebody in my collective. So let's see what's going on. Oh, I will also pull a couple of angel cards to see. Wow. So I don't know if we'll do all oracle today or we'll mix it up with some traditional tarot as well. Yeah, somebody is definitely like doing some major seeing here, and I'll explain that in a second. But there's also, yeah, manifestation. Okay, somebody's balancing out their emotions or finally learning how to, I'm gonna move these up, finally learning how to master their emotions in some way. So this is really huge. So let's explain all of this because it's going to take some breaking down, of course. So outside the numbers that we have here, the only repetitive number I have here is 11. But I do have the number 37, I have 18, 15, 47, and 11. So any of these numbers could be your lucky numbers or numbers that you're seeing repetitively, or in any of these combinations as well, right? Because that's how synchronicities can come through. They don't always have to be like 111. It could be like 10-11, you know, and you keep seeing 10-11. Repetitiveness is usually what a synchronicity can look like. Of course, triple numbers, quadruple numbers as well. I'm not saying that that's not extremely common, maybe even more common, but there are other numbers and combinations of numbers, if you see them repetitively, are considered to be synchronicities, and they're your angels letting you know that you're on the right path. And some numbers do carry certain messages. For example, the 5s represent change, the 4s represent like protection and things like that. So what I'm seeing here is somebody did some inner child work, or you're doing some major inner child work, getting in touch with your inner child. This is huge, okay? This could be healing past traumas from childhood, like literally childhood trauma. There is really powerful results when we go back to childhood and, you know, heal a father wound, a mother wound, or any sort of traumas from our childhood. It allows you to view this situation. So I do a lot of work with clients because I'm a hypnotherapist and I'm an NLP practitioner as well, which is neuro-linguistic programming, and I do life coaching. So I've done a lot of inner child work with people, and it's really amazing because you can bring someone back to their child self in their mind's eye, okay? And you can get them to relook at a situation as an empowered adult instead of like a vulnerable defenseless child, right? Like, so if we were traumatized when we were younger, or if we were abused when we were younger, or we were abandoned when we were younger, those things can leave long-lasting scars, and we carry those traumas all the way into our adulthood and definitely into our relationships. And really, relationships are everything. So being able to overcome that or heal the inner child is really groundbreaking. So I'm not surprised. I was picking up on an energy of somebody experiencing a breakthrough. This is your inner child right now, whoever's doing this work. They're so proud of you and you're so proud of them. So I feel like you may have just freed, literally freed your inner child, and maybe called back your light. That's what I'm picking up. You called back your light from some sort of childhood trauma that was no longer serving you to carry. And now you're feeling more playful, more lighthearted, more sense of wonder and a sense of innocence, right? Very, very beautiful. It's changed your perspective. You're living in your truth. You have gained some sort of sacred knowledge or insight. You're seeing through your mind's eye, through your third eye, and you have clarity on the situation. So once again, I want to bounce back to what I was saying about doing this inner child work. Why is it so healing? Well, because when we do inner child work, because when we have unhealed trauma from childhood, this is something that can give us limiting beliefs. It can block us in so many ways. It can make us feel unworthy of the things that we desire in our lives. And, you know, the one thing that we know for sure in psychology is that children blame themselves. So most of the time, almost always actually, if a child is put through some sort of trauma or abandonment, they somehow find a way to internalize that. They think it's their fault, even if it's a divorce. And there's trauma from parents getting divorced or abandonment or whatever. The children will find a way to blame themselves. So when you get to go back and heal that and look at that from this different perspective, or hug your inner child and tell this child, your inner child, that it was not your fault, that you didn't deserve what you went through and it wasn't fair, and you don't have to hold on to this anymore. There's something so freeing about that, right? I do feel like you are also doing a lot of emotional, psychological, spiritual, or energetic work on yourself, especially with this and this here. So this is the energy of obviously seeing through your third eye, but this is also the energy of third eye chakra. And then over here we have solar plexus chakra, and this chakra, I have a tattoo of this chakra actually on my ribs. I love this one really, because this is showing up as a person, whoever this reading is for, in my collective, who is really taking full responsibility for themselves and their lives and their healing. This is a big empowerment card. This is all about self-empowerment. And what is the biggest way that we can empower ourselves? By doing the healing work. And for whoever I'm speaking to in my collective, a lot of this healing work stems back from your childhood. That's not to say that there weren't or aren't other things that need healing, or that you will continue to work on, that maybe you're still, going to approach next. Like, because we typically would start as a baby and move into the toddler stages, and then into, certain ages, moving up into adolescence and all of that, right? So inner child work is usually done in stages. And there are some specific types of regression hypnotherapy where I've taken people back to infancy, to their own childbirth, and you can actually be traumatized by your own childbirth because it's a traumatizing process, or the way that the doctors or nurses may have handled you or didn't put you on your mother right away. So that's just one example, and some people are not really into that, but inner child work is usually very focused from infancy up until age 9, because our program is largely established up until the age of 9. It's not limited to this, but it's mostly established. So the way we feel about ourselves, the self-esteem that we have, what we think we're capable of, what we think that we're worth, these are the things that are established up until the age of 9. And some things can, of course, happen after to reprogram our subconscious mind for limits, limiting beliefs, or lack mentality, or unworthiness, or poor self-esteem, shame, blame towards ourselves, self-blame, self-shame, you know. But I feel like I'm going off on a big tangent, but I'm really excited because when I see this coming out, especially, like, you can feel the sense of freedom here. So going back and doing this work, it gives the brain closure, and the brain doesn't like a lack of closure. So when we're able to do this work and give the subconscious mind closure, it's intensely, immensely healing, okay? And you've taken full responsibility for yourself to do this inner child work, and maybe even more than that, you know. This work, you may have started with inner child, and you may have continued into, you know, the older years of your life, like the adolescent years into the adult years. You may be working on that now, but what I'm seeing here is somebody who's not making excuses anymore, and knowing that, you know, you have the power to decide how you feel, how you live your life. And this is really all about you taking your power back and empowerment in general, right? Showing up for yourself, self-reliability, self-empowerment, how you fulfill yourself, and, you know, putting yourself back in the driver's seat of your own life, and not saying, oh, all these things happened to me, so I can't do this and this and that. No, that's no more, you know, not after this awakening, okay? So there's a similar reading I did the other day. I'm not sure if it's connected, but it could be like an extension of that, or it could be something totally new. Now, what I'm seeing here is you are very focused right now on manifesting abundance, and abundance is not always limited to finances, but it does include finances. So we have belongings, finances, assets, treasures, possessions. So this could be, so not only are you manifesting everything I just talked about, and a balancing of, you know, mastering your emotions in some way, and I'm going to talk more about that, but you're working on manifesting something in the material realm as well. And good for you. You deserve it. It's your birthright. It's your birthright to have the things that make you feel comfortable. It's your birthright to have as much money as you need to feel the level of freedom that you desire, because the world we live in does operate on finances, and, you know, that equals freedom. Having enough money equals freedom. So, you know, of course, do I wish that we lived in a world that didn't operate with money? Yeah, of course. I think everybody does. But the reality is that we do live in a world that is operated still by money. So you may be manifesting more money so that you can have more freedom. That's what I'm picking up. I'm picking up a lot of like fire sign energy here. Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, somebody who is a bit nomadic, somebody who likes to have the freedom to up and go, have the freedom to take the classes that they want to take, have the freedom to travel when they want to travel. And I also feel like it's very possible that you're working on manifesting a new home, or something to do with a home, or any sort of asset that would bring some sort of fulfillment to your life. So it could be a business. It could definitely be anything to do with things that you own. It could even be a vehicle, okay, which would bring you more freedom. But I do see you doing a lot of visualization. I see you putting in the work big time, which is so, so amazing to see. Like, I'm so happy to see that, because people want things to fall into their lap. And, you know, we have to do the work. Like, we have to get into the right vibration before we start manifesting. Raising our vibration into a state of awe, appreciation, gratitude, and love before we manifest is super important, because the universe is going to reflect back to you more of the vibration that you're already in. Now, do random things happen? Yes, they do. The 12 laws of the universe, I talk about it all the time, so I'm not going to get super into it, but you can research it if you want. But it is important to get into the right vibration, because the universe, you will notice, the higher the vibration that you're in, the easier your manifestations come through, and the more specifically they come through. So what I'm seeing here is that you are doing that work. You're very focused on what it is you want. I feel like you know exactly what you want. You are all about creating your own experience right now through visualization, through vibration, through focus, through your imagination, through the power of your mind. And you have specific goals that I'm seeing here. And I already mentioned them all, so I'm not going to, beat a dead horse here and over explain, because I tend to do that sometimes. So I love this showing up here as well, especially right under solar plexus chakra. Oh, I want to say as well, the fact that, okay, let's start with this. Because this is above the visualization energy, okay? Just want to show you this card. And this one more time. So as you can see, I feel that your third eye being open is helping to bring your manifestations in. When we visualize through our third eye. So that's pretty amazing there, because I feel like you're finding new ways, or you have a new perspective on how to manifest. There's something here. There's more clarity on what you need to do to manifest. And I do feel that it has something to do with the continuous opening of your third eye. That being said, with possessions being under inner child, okay, I've already showed you inner child, so I'm gonna just explain this one. I do feel like part of what you experienced as a child could have had to do with a lack mindset. Well, let me put it like this. I feel like as a child, you either didn't have the stability or the abundance or the money or even basic necessities that you needed, or maybe you felt some form of abandonment as a child. But I do feel like it's something in regards to abundance. So abundance can mean not having enough love, not having enough support, not having enough money, not having enough food to eat, not having someone around to hug and love you, or to express their love to you. So it could be any of those things. And I do think that is part of the inner child work that you may have been doing. So overcoming some form of lack mindset or a limiting belief because you didn't have XYZ as a child. And now you're overcoming that. You're overcoming that with this solar plexus chakra, with your third eye, with your empowerment energy, taking things into your own hands and learning how to manifest, and also learning how to master your emotions, manage your emotions. So this means less reacting and more responding. I see you possibly taking the time to sleep on some things, or think things through before you respond, instead of being so spontaneous. I guess that's the best word here. I do feel like you're doing some sort of healing modalities here that are helping you to balance yourself, to balance your moods, to balance your feelings. It's very possible that you have been diagnosed, or maybe you feel that you have a form of bipolar disorder or ADHD or ADD. And so many of us have some of these disorders. Like I feel, I've always felt that I have like undiagnosed ADHD. I haven't been diagnosed, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I have that. So this is like you taking control of that situation. Now, it doesn't have to be that extreme for all of you, because this is a collective reading. Some of you may not be diagnosed. Some of you may not have like neurodivergency or, you know, neuro issues. But it could just be that mood swings. It could be hormonal, right? But what I'm seeing here is that you're taking full responsibility on learning how to take control of your own emotions. I give this one example a lot. So sometimes when we're feeling a lot of anxiety, which I have struggled with, you know, throughout my life at times, or let's say grief. Let's use anxiety as an example. It's a little less heavy than the example of the grief of losing a loved one. So let's use anxiety as an example, okay? So if we are experiencing a lot of anxiety, right? And it's pertaining to something that's going on in your life, but there's nothing you can really like, that situation is what it is. So some things are out of our control and some things are in our control. And what we can control is us. So if there's a negative emotion, there's ways to release those negative emotions. Number one, through meditation, through hypnotherapy, through Reiki, through massage. There's taking a spiritual bath. Like there's literally ways that you can release negative emotions that, you know, you don't feel are serving any purpose. But it's important to notice what those emotions are, because they are there to teach us things. But after you've learned the lesson, if those lower vibrational emotions, thoughts, or feelings are still present, then they're probably not serving any purpose anymore, but your body's having a hard time releasing them. So it's really important to release them energetically, psychologically, spiritually, and emotionally. And like I mentioned, a lot of the ways that can be done, and those aren't the only modalities that, you know, can help with that. There's many other, there's other ways, but those are my top favorites, I guess. Quantum healing is another one. I work with my friend Zakia. She does quantum healing on me, and she's absolutely amazing. So if anybody wants her info, you just let me know. But yeah, I feel like this is you doing something, finding the way that works for you, to release these negative emotions and balance out your moods. And not being as reactive, you know, thinking on it, taking your time to decide. Oh, I was going to give you guys an example. Sorry, see, I'm a little bit all over the place right now. This is the ADHD kicking in, I guess. So I was going to give you guys an example of how to handle emotions and some things that have helped me, okay? I'm not perfect at it, but it has helped me a lot. And it has helped a lot of my clients too. So you can give yourself, you know, time every day to feel whatever difficult emotions come up. And you can say, okay, brain, okay, subconscious mind, I am going to allow myself to feel all of my anxiety today for 1 hour. And then guess what, Bish? You're cut off, okay? You're cut off. I have a life, I have kids, I have work, I have ish to do, and I don't have time for you to be taking over my entire day. So in this way, we allow ourselves to feel our emotions and then say, okay, for the rest of the day, I'm releasing that because I'm in control of my own brain, of my own body, of my own mind, of my own energy. And you allow it its time. And then your timer goes off after 1 hour and you're like, okay, time's up. Bye-bye. So if you're not doing that, you could try it. It works for a lot of people. This is pretty amazing so far. I feel like you're well on your way. So mastering your emotions is also really great too, because you become more intentional with the things you do, the ways you respond, the choices you make. I'll even give you a really good example. Some people, you know, if they have an issue with shopping, you know, it is said that I used to be in branding, believe it or not. It was really creative work and really cool and interesting. But I learned when I was training for the branding and marketing and all that people make emotional decisions when they're purchasing things. So when somebody goes to purchase something, it stems from some sort of emotional driving force. Now, some people shop to appease their emotions. And another thing that I started doing to control my emotional spending many years ago, many years ago, especially when I started spending more time in Serbia, which is about 14 years ago, my first trip here or something like that. Yeah, about 14 and a half years ago. And I saw how many people are struggling here. And it really made me take a deep look at myself and say, okay, I don't want to be wasteful. So I'll go into a store, okay? I'll go into a store and see shoes that I really like. And they're not cheap, but they're not super expensive. You know, I don't buy a lot of like designer stuff anymore. I'm kind of against it, but not that I don't have anything designer, but I'm not I'm not a brand WHORE. I feel like it's a scam. But anyway, I'll go into the store, and the way that I control my emotional spending is I will try on those shoes or those pants or that shirt or whatever. And I'll really think, like, do I like this? I'll probably take a picture of myself in the mirror with it on and then analyze that. And then I will leave the store and I will give myself an hour or maybe a whole day. And if I still feel like I will be really happy with that purchase and that I'll actually wear that stuff often and it'll be something that I really like. Sorry, somebody was calling me. Then I'll go back and get it. And if I forget about it, then I don't buy it. And that's another way of controlling your habits, behaviors, emotions, or emotionally driven choices. So now that I went on way too long about that, sorry, I wanted to give you guys examples. Let's see what else comes out. Let's get some angel cards here. See what, whoa. Okay, be tolerant and kindness and happiness. Wow. So let's get some more. We have 11 here again, guys. We also have 34, we have 42. So far, we've had 2 11s. It's been happening a lot lately. My birthday is in the month of November, so the 11 sometimes is just a reminder to me that I'm on the right track with a reading, because as I always tell you guys, these readings are not for me. They're for you. Even if I use examples of my life or, you know, examples of things that I've done to help myself in spiritual ways or psychological or energetic ways, it's for your benefit. All right, this is really beautiful. Now we have 43 out here, we have 38 out here, and we have 37. So we have be tolerant, we have kindness, we have happiness, we have harmony, we have forgiveness, and we have friendship. So this is all very, very beautiful. I feel like you are learning how to be more tolerant either with yourself or with others. That's a beautiful place to be. When we're intolerant of other people, or even ourselves. We can find ourselves doing a lot of like self-loathing, or other people being really irritating to us. So I think that you're doing this through this inner child healing that you've been doing. Look at this. And just getting into the energy of kindness and love. And I feel like you're so much happier than you've been since doing this deep work that you've been doing, this inner child healing. You're experiencing more harmony. And you may have been able to forgive someone, or maybe more than one person, that you really never thought you would, with this energy being here, okay? Could have been a friendship, or you could be valuing your friendships more, connecting with your soul tribe, connecting with your soul family. I feel like you're on this journey of mastering your emotions and healing, and more compassion and empathy and tolerance, and just being in the energy of kindness, happiness, harmony, forgiveness. It's really beautiful. I don't recommend not having boundaries, of course, but I feel like you're highly protected here, especially when you're doing this type of work. The universe rewards us when we do this type of work. And don't forget that, if you are doing this healing work, like I see that you are, especially this inner child work, and growing into all this beautiful energy of kindness and compassion and tolerance and happiness and harmony and forgiveness and all of this, right? The universe, you're breaking generational traumas, most likely, first of all. And there's so much reward from the universe that comes in. There's so many blessings that come in when we actually do that work. And it's not for everyone, usually there's only like one or two people, usually one, in a family that is brave enough to do that work, because inner child work, shadow work, all of that stuff is really, really hard. And not everybody is like cut out for it, and that's okay, because not everybody's meant to do that work. We're not all light workers, we're not all healers, and that's not all of our purpose. It is for some of us. It doesn't make us any better, or somebody may have a different purpose to actively help in the community, physically help in the community, or something like that, right? Which is its own form of light work, but you get what I'm saying. So there's a lot of different forms of this. Is very energetic work, and shadow work and inner child healing is another level of energetic and spiritual healing that not everybody is meant for. But that's okay, because that makes you the generational curse breaker, or the generational healer of your family. So you'll be blessed for that. I want to see now. Let's get some traditional tarot out here and see what's going on. These are just popping out. I want it just one. I mean, one at a time. So, I mean, I think that we see what your journey is about here. But let's see what else comes out. Wow. Are you kidding me? The Ten of Pentacles. Like, I feel like this might be an extension of the last reading that I did, honestly. The Ten of Pentacles is one of the best cards in tarot, or tarot, if you want to say it properly. The Ten of Pentacles is like, where is your journey leading you? To the Ten of Pentacles, having it all, power couple status, spiritual leader, damn. Let me pull a few and then let's read them all together, because oh my God, the Four of Wands, What else you got for us, Spirit? You got a lot of beautiful stuff coming out here. I'm like so excited for whoever this is. You're meant to do something. Ace of Wands. I told you you're going to get blessed. Blessings coming in, incoming. These are all... Wow. Too many? Let's see. Let's get a couple more. Okay. I'm going to start doing these videos live as soon as I have, you know, 1,000 followers. You can't go live, but I would like to do these on camera for you guys. I think it's more personable. Okay, this is too many, but this one wanted to come out. So now we need... It really bothers me when my cards are crooked. Trying not to be a perfectionist though. Wow. So whoever you are one of the chosen ones, okay? What are the chosen ones? They are the 144,000. They are the 144,000 that are part of a twin flame union or connection. Eventually that will lead to union, and that's what this looks like. So you may already be with your twin flame, or you will be with your twin flame. Now the 10 of Pentacles does signify a twin flame union, especially with the 4 of Wands here. This is having a lot of wealth. This is creating generational wealth, stability, having a home, a property, or an estate where friends, family, extended family, the community can gather. I'm talking about like an estate, you know, like think like Italy, like estate. I don't know. It doesn't have to be in Italy, but you know what I'm saying? Like this is bigger than just a house, okay? It's an estate. I feel like whoever I'm speaking to, you and your partner will probably both be spiritual people, and your mission on the planet is something very, very important with the Hierophant here. This is spiritual leadership, okay? True spiritual leadership, okay? Don't get it twisted with a weird ass cult or one of these, like, you know, pay me 100 grand a month to live here and I'm gonna transform your life and then all of a sudden you're trapped. No, we're not talking about cult leaders, okay? These weirdos who like seriously are dark twisted individuals who are using spirituality. No, this is not that. This is a true spiritual leader. More of a guide, less of a guru, okay? Because you really got to be careful with these gurus out there. A lot of them are just spiritual narcissists, straight up. I'm just gonna call it like it is because it's true. The information is out there. You can see it for yourself. Whoever I'm speaking to, that's not you. You're meant for true spiritual leadership. You're meant to teach people sacred knowledge. You're meant to share what helped you. Never to act like you have all the answers or that you know everything, but to guide other people in a way that helps them on their path by doing things that worked for you or helped you to heal or helped others to heal through you. If you know, obviously you will be doing that work before you step into full spiritual leadership. But spiritual leadership does involve that journey as well. The 4 of Wands definitely signifies that union of you and your twin flame. So it could be a spiritual marriage, or it could just be a twin flame union, or, you know, yeah. A celebration, it also indicates a celebration of life. We have 1111 here, by the way. Celebration of life with your partner. This person or this new chapter in spiritual leadership and being a leader in your community and being like a pillar in the community and creating a beautiful legacy, that new chapter will be very exciting, very adventurous. It'll be like fresh new energy, new territory for you, something you're super passionate about. The Ace of Wands is like, you may travel and spread this knowledge as well, or the word, your words will travel. Hold on. Sorry about that. Because my music stopped and I like it to be on because it's vibey. So, the Ace of Wands, okay, aces are blessings from God, gifts from the universe, or golden opportunities. And as you can see, those opportunities are connected to the spiritual leadership, to finding your spiritual spouse, like your actual twin flame. And the fact that you're a chosen one, that you're one of the 144,000 on the planet right now that is meant to come into union in this lifetime to do this spiritual work with your actual twin flame. You're definitely ending up with, it's crazy, okay? I gotta mention this real quick because we have the Four of Wands and then you're ending with the Lovers, and these are my two main twin flame cards. So, like I said, all of this is a true blessing. You finding out that this is your purpose and your path and your destiny is a true blessing. The work that you get to do on this planet and with others is a blessing within itself. But you will also be blessed with love, with respect, with admiration, adoration from your partner and others. With love, I think I said that. Longevity in your relationship, so something that will last till probably the end. The Knight of Wands, yeah, I have travel here twice. So either the word that you're spreading, whatever that is, whatever that spiritual sacred knowledge is, it's being spread across the world, you know. It's also possible that you may leave your estate with your partner to go travel and spread this word, either the word of God or the word of you know, whatever you've learned spiritually, or how to heal, anything to do with this sacred knowledge or healing, anything that came up in this reading, honestly. So you're gonna make very quick progress once you start doing this. It's like this takes off. And why is that? Because when you're in your North Node, and the Lover's card it definitely represents North Node energy. Wow. Just pulling more cards as we wrap this up. When you're in North Node energy, this one came out first. Let me move all this up. When you're in your North Node, that's your purpose, okay? And the Lover's card outside of a love reading represents North Node energy, things that were meant for you, things that are meant for you, destiny, fate, things that were pre-written. Interesting. You see how this is a divinely protected union. So the 144, the twin flames that are out there, their union is divinely protected. So yes, are there a lot of ups and downs in twin flame unions? Of course. But once they finally have done the self-work and become complete and whole on their own like they need to, and become healed, then that's when they're able to truly come together and do this amazing work on the planet. Also, I saw hands here, like the hands of God, you know, even though I'm pretty sure they're angel wings, but hey, it's both probably. So yeah, you're meant to move into divine feminine goddess energy. If you are a masculine, this can also apply to you. This is the energy of knowing your value, knowing your worth, feeling whole and complete on your own, being a creator, being a spiritual leader and a creator, a powerful manifester, okay? Knowing that you bring something rare, special, and unique to this world. So this will be a brand new beginning for you. I think that you will be known on a worldly level. And I also am feeling like you're an otherworldly type of energy. You're an otherworldly type of personality. Just your energy alone, I think, really leaves a mark on people. Okay? You may be really meant to do some major spiritual leadership or mentorship on this worldly level, because you are one of the chosen ones. You are one of the 144,000 who is meant to do this, not alone, but with your twin. I'm going to end it there because that is just such a beautiful reading, guys. Thank you all for your love and support and for your comments and your feedback. As I already said, please continue to support by liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, leaving your feedback, leaving your reviews. It means the absolute world to me, especially for me to be able to continue to put out these free messages for you guys every day. I love you so much. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you tomorrow.